thing on? Hey there, welcome back to the End of the Future AI, a weekly... Wait, we haven't posted since the 15th. Wow, the holidays just fly. Okay, let's switch it up, holiday edition. And I am MikeyB, where we digest new enterprise AI news. So let's jump into it. I'm a little rusty coming back from the holiday break, and the New Year hangover is super real, and I am shaking off these vibes and this rust to get back into it, so bear with me. So let's try and get through the last few weeks of cool things while I polish off some eggnog. How does that sound? In the last few weeks, did you realize that your LLM endpoints are probably public? Well, look, default exposure is a governance incident and nightmare just waiting to happen. A Run AI tutorial, Run AI is a company purchased by NVIDIA in 2024, says endpoints are public by default, unless configured, so block public by default endpoints. It's probably not that difficult, but take a look at the documentation in the QR link. But here's another angle. Maybe you could run private endpoints that you control with role-based access controls, or better yet, an AI gateway. That's thinking. All right, KV cache is your real context limit. What? Well, look, GPU selection gates certain product features for long context inferencing. You're probably saying, what the heck is KV cache? Well, key value caching is a critical optimization technique used in large language models, specifically transformer-based models, to improve inference efficiency and speed. So the latest NVIDIA NIM release note cites KV cache max constraints versus sequence length on GPUs with less than 48 gigs of VRAM. So validate your GPUs and validate KV cache headroom. It's critical. But there's another angle here, as always. Use inferencing infrastructure that supports the latest NVIDIA GPUs, like the NVIDIA RTX Pro Server Edition with 96 gigs of RAM that has a sweet price point for all you out there. And take a look at the QR links next to get an idea of what those look like. Finally, did you know that your AI stack for inferencing is already stagnating? Oof, brutal, right? But runtime lifecycle affects long-term operational burdens, as we all know. And Hugging Face docs showed that TGI is now in maintenance mode. Yikes. Well, what's TGI? It stands for Text Generation Inferencing, and it's a toolkit for deploying and serving large language models. All right, so another angle, pick an inference platform where you can choose the inference engine for the model of your choice that's always up to date, and most importantly, get started on your TGI exit plan. Nope. This holiday season, the tone of everything coming out is really around hybrid inferencing operations. And even with compliance logging claims on hosted platforms, hybrid inferencing risk is still dominated by two hard constraints. First is KV cache limits that can halt deployments, and security defaults that can accidentally expose endpoints. Yikes, brutal. So here's the hot take. Until vendors specify service level objectives and benchmarking under load, many inference solutions from enterprises remain governance and compliance narratives rather than operations ready evidence, which you absolutely need to go to production. You feel me? Well, look, I hope you enjoyed the holidays, and thanks for watching. I'm MikeyB, and tune in again, and we'll see you soon.